Have you ever been to a place where it feels like you don't exist? Not in a philosophical way, but in the literal sense. You stand there, fully alive, breathing, yet it seems no one sees you? That's exactly how Nathan Lee feels today. At 47, successful and wealthy, but completely invisible at this moment. What makes this situation even more interesting is that this isn't just any random hotel. It's one of the gems in the hotel empire he built from the ground up. A five-star hotel where a single night's stay could cost as much as a month's rent for many people. Yet here he is, standing at the front desk, waiting for attention, like a ghost, unnoticed. But Nathan isn't here to relax. He's received numerous complaints about this very hotel, from poor customer service and unprofessional staff to issues with the rooms. Instead of handling this the usual way, like calling the manager or initiating an internal audit, Nathan decides to visit the hotel personally, unannounced. No suit, no luxury car, no entourage, just a regular person coming in to check the quality of service. And so, when he stands at the front desk, the receptionist, a young woman named Anna, doesn't seem to acknowledge his presence. She's busy scrolling through her phone, not even looking up when Nathan stands there. He clears his throat, taps lightly on the counter, but she doesn't budge. When she finally looks up, it's only to give him a look of disdain, as though he's an inconvenience, not worth her attention. Nathan takes a deep breath, trying to stay calm in the face of her dismissive attitude. He introduces himself simply, "I have a reservation." But Anna, with a lazy expression and clear disinterest, barely moves her lips as if she's not even listening, and continues typing away on the keyboard without glancing up. "Just a minute, I'm sure I have a reservation," Nathan presses, staring at her, unwilling to let this slide easily. But Anna shows no sign of taking him seriously, still indifferent as though he's invisible. "I don't see it," she replies in a flat tone, with no change in her attitude. Nathan frowns. He's certain he made the reservation, and he has the email confirmation right in his hands. He pulls out his phone, opens the email, and holds it up for her to see. "Here I have the reservation details." She glances at it carelessly, barely flicking her eyes over it before returning to her phone. "The system shows no reservation," she repeats, but this time Nathan can clearly sense the disrespect in her words. With a shrug, Anna continues scrolling on her phone without paying him any attention. Nathan begins to feel something is off. This isn't a system glitch. This is an issue of attitude. She doesn't see him as a customer. She's treating him like a nuisance. "Check again," Nathan gently requests. But Anna sighs with annoyance and continues tapping on the keyboard with little energy. "There's nothing there," she says in a tone that makes it sound like she's speaking to a child. Nathan can feel the lack of respect in every word. A slight anger begins to rise in Nathan. He pulls out his phone once more, opens the reservation email, and holds it up for her to see again. This time, Anna's impatience is more apparent. "Maybe you have the wrong address," she says, her face showing no emotion. It happens. Nathan stares at her for a moment, then asks, "So am I lost?" She sneers, her contempt clear, but Nathan knows the problem isn't a mistaken address. He can feel it. The disrespect isn't because of a system error or confusion, but a decision made from the very first moment, that he's not worth proper service. "Check again," Nathan says, maintaining his calm, though a growing frustration stirs within him. She looks up, but only shakes her head and resumes scrolling through her phone, ignoring him. Nathan feels the silence, the lack of acknowledgement, filling the space. His feeling now is that of a person who doesn't exist in the very space he helped build. He decides not to let this go too far, but rather than continue the argument, he pulls out a second phone, the one he uses to access the hotel's internal system. Within seconds, he finds his reservation details and notices something surprising. Anna had deleted his reservation from the system. "Well, I think I figured out the problem," Nathan smiles, but there's an icy coldness in his expression. Anna looks at the screen of the phone Nathan is holding up to her. Her face changes color. For the first time during the conversation, she can't pretend to be oblivious. Instead, fear begins to show in her eyes. "Kim," Nathan says, calling her by name as though he knows everything. "Why? Why did you delete my reservation?" When Nathan realizes that Anna is trying to hide something, his frustration grows. He thought this could be resolved simply, but now everything seems much more complicated. Anna's eyes no longer appear emotionless. Instead, they are filled with clear anxiety. She finally realizes that Nathan isn't someone who can be easily deceived. "Kim," Nathan says again, this time his voice more firm, "why did you delete my reservation? I have the right to know what's going on." Anna hesitates, looking up at Nathan with a bewildered expression. She doesn't know how to respond. A long silence follows, with only the hum of the air conditioner filling the stillness of the front desk. Finally, she speaks, but her voice is lower now, as if she's lost the strength to maintain her indifferent exterior. I didn't do anything," Anna says quietly, but Nathan can sense the tension in every word she speaks. Part of him feels doubtful, but another part knows something isn't right. He can tell that her words aren't entirely the truth. Nathan can't keep his patience anymore. He looks her straight in the eye, without hesitation. Then who did it? Who has the authority to delete a customer's information without a valid reason? He asks, trying to stay calm, though his voice betrays his growing frustration. Anna lowers her head, her hands trembling, her eyes avoiding Nathan's gaze. He can see that she's hiding something she doesn't want him to know. It seems that Anna is afraid, not just because of deleting his reservation, but also because of the consequences it might bring. "Kim, I'm not going to let this slide easily," Nathan says, trying to hold his ground. "I won't let you or anyone else harm customer rights." She looks up at Nathan, but this time her eyes no longer show impatience. Instead, there's panic. A moment later, she speaks quietly, her voice choking. "It's just, I can't let you stay. I can't let you be here." Nathan furrows his brow, confused. "Why?" he asks, but now an uneasy feeling is beginning to rise in his chest. Anna remains silent, just looking at him for a long while. Finally, she sighs, as though she's decided to let go of everything. "It's not me. I don't have the authority to decide. I'm just following orders," she says, her voice weak. Nathan can't believe what he's hearing. "Orders?" he repeats. "Who are you talking about?" Anna doesn't answer. She quietly turns away, her shoulders trembling slightly, as though she no longer has the strength to stand tall. The confusion, the unease, fills Nathan, making him unable to remain silent any longer. He steps forward, this time determined to get a clear answer. Anna turns back, her face drained as if she's run into an insurmountable wall. "It's the manager," she whispers. "They told me to do this." Nathan stands there, unable to process what he's just been told. "The manager?" he repeats, filled with suspicion. "So someone here doesn't want me to stay. But why?" Nathan stands there, completely bewildered by everything that's just happened. The unease grows inside him. This situation is becoming far more complicated than he'd expected. Anna, the person he thought could help him, is now the one behind everything. But what confuses him even more is her silence, as though she's hiding something far more important. Seeing the confusion in Nathan's eyes, Anna slowly walks away from the front desk, avoiding his gaze. Nathan follows her, unable to bear the uncertainty any longer. "Anna, I need to know the truth," Nathan says with determination. "Who is behind all this? Why do they want me to leave?" Anna stops for a moment, her hand clutching the edge of the desk as if trying to figure out how to handle this situation. "I don't know how to explain," she whispers. "But if you don't leave, I'm afraid something bad will happen." Nathan feels a cold shiver run down his spine. "Something bad?" he repeats, his voice firm but filled with doubt. "Are you threatening me?" Anna turns around, her eyes wide with fear. "No, not that. I don't mean to threaten you. I just want you to understand that things aren't what you think." Nathan begins to feel there's something darker behind her words. She's not someone easily fooled, and no matter how hard he tries, he can feel the fear in her voice. An ominous sense is creeping into his mind. "Anna," he says, "I won't leave until I know the truth. Why did you say I can't stay here? Did someone ask you to do this?" Anna's eyes darken, her head lowering as though she's struggling with herself. After a while, she sighs, as though deciding to give up. "Nathan, I can't explain it any further. Just please, leave now." With those words, Nathan knows this situation is much bigger than it appears. He steps back, but he knows there's no turning back now. He will uncover the truth. He just has to find out what's hidden beneath this cold indifference and unanswered questions.